right, guys, we're back with another one. We got a packed house here today.
There's a lot of dudes in one room.
We did not plan on this happening until about 5 minutes ago. We decided
I'm already sweating.
we're gonna 2-on-2 this crap. All right, so Pointless Sports Opinions. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. That's Pointless Sports Opinions. And
Bingo.
PSO Sports 1 is Twitter and Instagram.
We didn't introduce the people. I'm Chase.
I'm getting there, brother.
That's
Can I
Caleb.
just do me? How about
Luke,
that?
Luke, this is the dude behind the camera, and then we got our buddy KJ.
LB.
Hopefully, I'm not blocking his face with my big ass head. Speaking of big ass heads, we'll probably talk about Barry Bonds here soon.
LB finally.
It's not that big anymore.
About the size of your damn head.
LB finally out from the back of the camera. KJ's here. He's going to talk. Well, we thought a little NBA with us, but
He's going to be everything animals now.
We're going to talk a little bit. Look, lean up here, brother. They can't hear you.
You guys got to make out
All
with the mic together.
So what are we talking about, Chase? You want to introduce it?
Robinson Cano got suspended 80 days for taking something that's on the banned substance list. What he took, whenever you take it, it basically covers up the PEDs that you're taking. That's what it does.
What?
Okay.
It also, that's why it's on the banned substance. They didn't just put it on there because it's damn ibuprofen or something. No, they put it on there because when you take it, if you take steroids with it, it covers it up.
Hold on.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
A medication used to treat the fluid buildup due to heart
It
failure,
also helps
liver
other
scarring.
stuff as well.
Okay.
Yes, like obviously it helps other stuff,
There's
just like
gotta be a reason
steroids.
for them to just put it on the list. I'm not going to just put something
Exactly.
on there.
It's not just on there, oh, we want our people to die of kidney disease. No, it's because it covers up steroids and HGH and stuff like that.
And if you wanted to ask him, I mean, why wouldn't he just take one that isn't on the list? You know, why would he take?
And if he's so pissed about it, why is he accepting it?
Well, I think
Oh yeah, I took it.
no, because it is on the list, and I think there's like a bunch of drugs on that list. I think it's like a
there's a
never-ending
lot.
list.
But there's a lot of drugs that will support that same.
And there's also
Problem
You're
it
right,
has,
and he
so.
just slipped up basically.
he did not slip up.
I think he did.
You're telling me you're a professional player that has one of the biggest contracts in sports. One of the biggest contracts. He signed with Seattle, for Christ's sake. Nobody wants to go to Seattle. They probably gave him so much money, it's insane. You're going to Seattle, and you're going to take a substance that you've never even heard of, and you're not even going to run it by the MLB.
It's roids. It's roids.
It's roids.
It's got to be roids.
That's
It's gotta be
the
roids.
biggest smell of roids I've ever seen.
I don't think.
I
If you're a
feel like this is
professional.
literally
non-roids versus roids.
It's what it is.
really is.
This is
why
what
you're
this
here.
podcast turned into. We're not talking MLB anymore. MLB's out the window.
It's a
We're talking
2-on-2.
about why steroids are bad, which shouldn't be told. You want to defend heroin too?
All right, listen. I don't think it's like that. I don't know. I think we got to read farther into it to
I already read into
think
it.
if he's being deceptive.
Robinson
or
Cano
not.
is one of my favorite players, mainly because he went from the Yankees to the Mariners. I hate the Yankees, so immediately after he left, I liked him. His batting average is over 300 for his career. He's an 8-time All-Star, a Silver Slug Award winner. I love Robinson Cano and would have voted him in the Hall of Fame up until this little fiasco right here. This is stupid.
He's still going to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
Yes.
He should not be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know if he will, but he should be.
This is what I think about
You can't
people.
condone cheating. I mean,
You can't.
You
Did he
can't do
cheat?
that.
Yes.
I think it's up in the air, brother.
How
You
is it
got
up in the air if
advantage
he's
over other
getting
people.
suspended 80 days? And if it's up in the air if he cheated, wouldn't he be like, no, I don't want to? Tom Brady defended something that he did do.
Okay, but it's not a PED. What he took is not a PED.
It covers up
I
PED.
don't know if you're right about that.
Yes, why do you think it's on the banned substance? They were talking about it on 101 ESPN.
All right, yeah. So if he's wrong, why would they put a drug that
I have no idea.
has no effect
Exactly.
on
I
a
don't have
baseball
the
player
answer.
whatsoever?
You know
on
what?
the
If you
list?
have heart disease, you can't take this.
Listen.
Because you know what? It gives you a 2% boost to your hitting power. You
right.
can't take it.
Whatever.
You gotta die.
Cano
No.
cheated or he didn't cheat. Whatever. He should still be in the Hall of Fame.
he cheated.
Yep.
My
All
thing
the
about this
steroid
Hall
guys.
of Fame thing is this is the one thing I'll be on your side for. Since there's so many of them, because half the damn league cheated back in the early 2000s, throw all that crappy crop into the Hall of Fame, but I want you to up the suspension if you get called PEDs. I want it
They
to be
already
100.
did.
I want it to be 160 games.
That's what
That's
you get
like the
called
second,
twice.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to now make it 160 games because now if you're like, okay, you make the Hall of Fame and you miss and you can take steroids, and all you do is miss 80 games. Shoot, I'm doing it.
Hold on, Bartolo, Hall of Famer? No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
My boy
Thank you.
Bartolo's not just because he
got
took
caught.
PEDs.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would.
I think you should take all those players back then and put them in the Hall of Fame just because you don't know how much and how long they were taking it for.
And everybody.
But now everybody now and beyond shouldn't deserve anything. They
I
should be out of
agree
the
with
league.
that too.
I think it's way more. They're
Like,
way
put-
more careful about it nowadays, anyway.
Like everyone was doing it in the early 2000s,
Right.
and like Rafael Primero's a great hitter, Jose Canseco, great hitter. Everybody, all these guys, these juiced out monkeys, they're freaking on so much roids it's insane. But everybody was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to just know. There's probably a lot of players that we don't know that were taking roids.
Oh
So,
yeah.
No, yeah.
There's a
think
lot
that's
that go
for
on the
sure.
radar.
Yeah. So everybody before that time period where it was banned should just
But if you're doing it now, whenever people are already hitting, we had the most home runs ever last season, and you're taking them now, no, you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know, man.
gotta agree.
Robinson Cano's, he hit over 300. He has over 300 home runs, which is both amazing milestones. He's a second baseman, so that's always a big deal. I love Robinson Cano, but after this, people that say, "Oh, he didn't take steroids," he took steroids. He wouldn't accept this.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It covers it
I
up.
don't think we can be so sure about it.
I'm 100% sure. on it.
No.
100%.
I'm maybe not 100%. I'm probably like 80, 90% sure. There's really no other way. Why would he take it?
I have no idea. There could have been
You guys are the same two that said freaking steroids should be allowed in baseball anyway.
they should.
No, they shouldn't.
They should.
No.
Yeah.
Would it make it interesting? Yeah, but it would also be cool
100%.
if football players could punch each other in the face, but they can't do that.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
That'd be
I'd love to see Ocho Cinco punch somebody in the face.
That's not even relevant.
No, it is. It makes it more interesting, but it's bad for them.
Football's already interesting. Everybody loves football. It's America's favorite sport, allegedly.
Yeah,
Baseball, nobody cares about it anymore. Nobody cares
Not
about
for long,
baseball.
yeah.
Not for
NBA's
long.
kinda
Yeah,
catching
NBA is
up.
about to catch up.
No, I agree with that, but
Yeah.
We are all, except for him. Luke thinks NHL's catching up.
Whatever.
listen.
Luke, hold on a second. We put Luke in here just for me to yell at him for 30 minutes. Come on, Luke, say something.
Yeah,
I
Luke,
feel
say
bad.
something. Pipe
Come
up,
on,
man.
LB.
Help me out. I'm getting double teamed over here. This is not good. But what did you say? I've
remember
completely lost.
Oh, you're talking about football, how it's already popular.
Oh, yeah.
And you're getting to the point that baseball's not popular. in
Because
this.
nobody cares about it.
You know what?
You know-
Hockey's not popular, not very popular.
You're right.
So should they keep fighting in there even though it's causing brain
Hockey's
damage?
got its own
But let's
issues.
get into the health aspects of taking steroids. I mean, like you said earlier about Barry Bonds' head, it's doubled in size since he was a rookie.
Doubled.
It's horrible.
Dude, you can ban people from doing drugs. They're still gonna do drugs. It's up. You don't have to do steroids.
So
you
are you
don't
saying
have
we
to
should
do
just
it.
legalize everything? We should just
No,
we should
that is not
help
what I'm
drug
saying.
Traffickers take cocaine throughout the streets.
This is why I brought
Absolutely. No.
JJ's thinking on the wider spectrum, just
in
like
Major
I
League
am.
Baseball, if you want to take the risk and take PEDs, why should you not be able to?
Because it gives you an unnecessary advantage over
But
Mike
it doesn't if
Trout.
everybody can do it.
Well, if Mike Trout's doing it naturally, and you got Bryce Harper that's hitting 45 home runs, and he's the size of Chad Youngwalter at 120 pounds, yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's more impressive. Or you get these people like,
I'm not saying it's not impressive,
which
I'm
is
just saying it should
even
be
better
allowed.
for the sport.
but nobody cares
You
about
want LeBron James to start taking steroids?
it. No.
Why?
I'm talking about the
Why?
MLB. Stop going to other sports. Everybody loves... LeBron's the most popular athlete in America. He could do nothing, and he's gonna... In the world, basically. Nobody cares about baseball. Help it out,
I don't know
man.
about world.
Nah,
I don't know about
I
world.
can't say help it out like that. There's some other things you can do, but not that.
And the health of
Why?
this.
Dude, it was dying. It was in a state like this before the steroid era. It was dying. And then McGuire comes in, Sosa comes in, Barry Bonds comes in.
They
Look,
they
we're
ramped
back.
the game up.
We're forgetting
back.
about a guy.
It's
I mean,
amazing, yeah. It is amazing. But also,
And then
if
it
you let
saved
lions
baseball.
out on the field on baseball, a lot of people die. Hey, it's
I mean,
okay.
it saved baseball. You can't
mean,
say anything
It saved
about it.
baseball, but ruined many
Because
people's lives.
1994 was the
That is
strike.
their that's their choice. I almost said it.
Yeah, you better watch it. I'm gonna smack you for saying the PED stuff and for cursing.
That's their choice, bro. That's their choice. People can do what they want.
So,
should
Luke,
not
you think
condone-
steroids?
If you wanted to kill Luke, I couldn't stop you from killing him. You would just kill him. You'd bowl over me and kill him.
but I'd get arrested and punished for it, which is what we're saying. You should be punished for taking PEDs.
Right.
I don't think so.
I thought it was interesting last year. Hell, juice the balls. There's a lot easier things you can do.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do without hurting your players. You
Exactly.
always want to maintain the
If
safety.
they
of the
are going to
players.
opt into it, I think it should be.
Why would
allowed.
that should not even be?
I think so.
I think those people in the early 2000s, late 90s should be in the Hall of Fame. They should. Just throw them in there because they're all a bunch of pieces of garbage, anyways.
Oh my god.
Not
They are
garbage.
They're garbage.
They saved
They're trash.
baseball. How
Baseball,
did
man.
how do
They
you say
didn't
they're
save
garbage?
anything. They're
Yes,
garbage.
They did.
Saved
They
baseball.
cheated.
No,
They still-
Just because I get my doctorate and I cheated the whole time, does that mean I'm still a freaking good doctor? No.
What?
Because I cheated throughout.
What are you
I got my doctorate. I'm gonna
These
be
are horrible
I'm gonna be a
analogies.
doctor because I cheated on every single test.
These
Am
are
I a good
horrible
doctor?
analogies.
Compared to the dude that worked his
So are
ass
you
off?
saying the guys that took steroids are not good baseball players? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
no. I'm saying that a lot of them wouldn't have been. AKA Sammy Sosa would not have been a good baseball player. The dude would have batted 230 and had 15 home runs because he was a piece of trash. He batted 230 when he had
Steroids.
60 something home
Oh
runs.
my god.
You still got to be able to hit though. You still got to.
Oh,
be able to
yeah.
hit. But you're not freaking.
It doesn't-
smacking
but think
the
about it.
field, so.
the skill
20
aspect of baseball, it helps 0%.
Think about if 20 out of every 30 home runs that you hit were because you're on steroids. Just you hit warning track compared to the extra feet that steroids would give you an advantage. That's 20 more home runs that you hit because you were illegally taking a substance that other people weren't allowed to
And
take.
what about the advantages to the pitchers? I mean,
Oh yeah.
you don't even have to rest if you're taking PEDs. You play a game, take the PEDs, and then you recover. And
You don't get
Triple
injured
the
at
amount
all.
that you would've.
Think about
You
the
wouldn't
great
get hurt.
Johan Santana.
Is that bad for baseball?
that's horrible.
It is.
For baseball?
You get pitchers like
Explain
Clayton.
that to me.
Okay.
If you got
say-
Kershaw literally playing every single game, imagine how many games they win. Like, come on. If you
and he
play every,
thinks,
that's bad?
he thinks that's good.
that's not good.
You get Johan Santana, who had an amazing career, and you compare him to Kershaw. If Johan Santana's hurt, he gets hurt all the whole back half of his career. You put him on steroids, he never gets hurt. Who's better, him or Kershaw?
I don't think steroids just magically cures your. It doesn't
It
make
prevents
you
it.
It doesn't do that, but basically when you're taking steroids,
You might be hurt less. You wouldn't just like if
Which
you
is-
snap your leg
which
in
is
half.
an
you're snapping
advantage.
Your leg in half.
Which is an
Like-
advantage. That's like me and you playing one-on-one basketball, okay? And I make you tie one hand behind your back.
Here we go with analogies.
You're a lot better. Hey, you're a lot better basketball player than me. But I get to use two hands. You get to use one. Is that fair?
But I'm saying we should all be allowed to use two hands.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I like that
but
comment.
not everybody's
No.
gonna do it though, so that's why it still could be unfair.
That's fine. They don't have to.
And you getting your arm tied around your back isn't gonna hurt you slight of the bit. Like
No, you're 10
steroids
times.
would.
Yeah, you're more physically athletic than me, anyways. You should be able to beat me with one hand.
Probably.
All right, thanks, KJ. Go sit over there.
Look, I don't know. I think it's not as black and white as you're making it out to be.
It is
I don't think so.
100%.
It might
think
not
it
be
is.
as black and white, but at the end of the day, I still feel like they shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of things you could do. I don't know what you could do, but I'm sure they could figure it out. Like you said, juice up the balls, maybe make the bats more dense or something.
Put a
Something
cork in the bat
so
or
that you're
something. Make start building the fields to be shorter. You know, add more stands. I don't know, make it 280
It's a
instead
bit
of
of a
295
project.
to the left.
It's a bit of a project to edit.
It already
edit
is.
Every.
and
All
then
you gotta
like
do is
Yankee
move it in
Stadium.
a little bit, put a couple extra seats in there, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
right,
that's
all you
all.
gotta do
Nobody
is
even
try
knows.
A few
it.
$100,000
Yeah, look at Yankee
later.
Stadium. Exactly what he said. You hit a lazy pop fly and it's gone.
Yeah.
That's cool to watch.
Just make
Flies out.
experiments, like what the NBA did in the '90s, where they moved back the 3-point line for like those 2 or 3 seasons. Jordan was shooting like 40% from three. Everybody
Yeah,
was
they
going
moved it
crazy.
in, yeah.
They thought that it would actually improve the offense, but it actually made it worse.
And then they moved
so
it
they moved
back
it
out.
back. Yeah, just making experiments. Baseball can do
Exactly.
something
Just
with that.
'cause
and
they
it
have
doesn't
so
work.
much
They
offense.
should.
They
Yeah.
should.
Just
They
'cause
should
they
do
have-
stuff like that. I'm not
But allowing people to take steroids is not one of the
Let
things
them
they
do
should
it.
do.
Why not? What do you think? Should people be allowed to take them?
I don't think as of today's game, no. But like back in the day, yeah.
Okay. I can jump. Oh, okay. I don't think they should have been allowed to back in the day, but I think we should
wasn't
accept
banned.
I think we should accept
Yeah, it
the
wasn't
fact.
banned.
Yeah, we
that-
should accept
and that's
it, yeah.
100% baseball's fault. That is not. That's
It got banned in 2004.
yeah.
Right.
Historians look back on it and completely ridicule these guys. Hell, if me and you were in the league, we'd do the same thing. I would have been juicing every week.
Right.
You know, if it's allowed to do it, hell yeah, I would have done it. But still, like this is 100%. The commissioner was Rob Manfred didn't come until like
There was,
2000.
I think, someone before him.
Bud Selig? Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Bud and it's Bud Selig's fault. That's just horrible. This goes back to why NBA is the best run business out of any sports.
That's not close.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, just because the other ones make more revenue, I mean,
Hardly.
it's run by stuff like that.
The NFL makes more revenue, but I mean, look.
And
at
we
the
can't-
NFL.
They
It's
also
a freaking mess.
Yeah, they'll just move teams even though
They have
didn't get accepted to be moved.
The NFL has no structure of how to punish people.
No.
It's just
Tom Brady got suspended.
It's just Roger
8
Goodell
times.
sitting in his evil genius chair going, what do you deserve? Tom Brady, a whole season. It's like, what?
Ray Rice, you punch somebody? Nope.
Yeah, 4 games, unless we see the video. Oh, we see the video. You can't play football anymore.
you're done.
What's going on?
You knocked
But,
her out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we should accept it though. Like if we found out, I don't know, if I'm making a basketball analogy. If we found out Julius Erving had like springs in his shoes, it wasn't banned, so you can't blame him for doing it. Whoever was doing it.
Yeah, I think they should be in the Hall of Fame. I do. I think it's if you compare like Barry Bonds to Mike Trout, though, I think you got to give Mike Trout the advantage because he was.
That's 2 different
natural.
games, though.
Yeah,
Way
it's
too
a
different
bad
games.
comparison.
How's that a bad comparison?
Compare-
It was.
What if we
Yeah.
get Mike Trout roids? What does he do then?
Then
It's
then
two
you
different-
get that comparison.
Is he better than Barry Bonds on roids?
No,
Than,
that's
Barry
different
Bonds on
players
roids?
anyway.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Mike
compared
Trout's
to
not
Barry
hitting
Bonds.
50 home runs a year.
They play in the same era.
I know, and Ken Griffey Jr. didn't take roids. Is
we
Ken
know
Griffey?
of.
I think.
Yeah, that you don't know of.
Yeah.
I think it's obvious that Ken Griffey Jr.'s 150-pound soaking wet body wasn't taking roids.
You never know. You never know with these guys.
Just a shot in the dark there.
Yeah.
Maybe in Kansas City when you have beer gut, but I don't think steroids give you that. He had the post-steroid look. You look like Ric Flair out there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't know.
I think it's fun to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's a
you
good
say
debate.
they should be in. So we've turned you on that.
No. I always thought that they should be in the Hall of Fame. I think that if we
you didn't
compare
think
them,
We
if-
just had a whole podcast like
If
3
we-
weeks ago that they
I
should
think
not.
I think when you compare them to other players,
back to
though,
the tape.
it should be considered wrong. You guys were saying about making it legal in the league. That's what I disagree with.
I think it's a fun idea. I
No.
think if people want to do it, let them do it.
Juice the ball.
People are going to do what they do.
It's not healthy.
You can't stop it.
You let in
They're
W-
still trying to do it.
In
And it's
WWE,
illegal.
they let people take steroids. And what happened? Eddie Guerrero had a heart attack. Chris Hennig had a heart attack. All these people are dying
Chris
from it.
Benoit
You don't
killed
want
his whole
that.
family and
Chris
himself.
Benoit, yes, he killed his whole
Oh my
family.
God, more WWE people.
Do you want Barry Bonds?
saying, that's
I'm being over. I'm
Do
being
you want Barry
overthrown.
Bonds killing his whole family?
No,
Is that
I
what
don't
you
want
want? Put this on the podcast. Caleb Reardon and Luke Baker want people to kill their families and themselves.
That's 2
bad
different
for a killer.
sports, though.
Yeah, it is different.
I mean, I guess not really a sport, but.
I mean,
That's
does it
entertainment
not
type
make
thing,
it more entertaining that there's a bunch of 6'5", 250-pound wrestlers
though. Yeah,
compared
it
to
makes it. But that's
me and you both
totally
can agree on
different,
that.
man.
Like we both agree. It was cool
Chris
watching.
Benoit is wrestling where Barry Bonds is hitting.
Was it as out of control as you're making it out to be?
Yes, people actually died.
crazy, though.
I can't name.
No,
it.
not in the WWE,
Oh.
in the MLB.
What do you mean?
Like,
What,
with
steroids?
people doing.
Oh no,
crazy stuff.
no! It didn't happen. But they only did it for that short period of time. Is what I'm
Wasn't
saying.
that
They've been
short
doing
of
it in the
time.
wrestling business since the '70s.
Okay.
So you put more longevity with it.
It's all flabby and stuff.
Oh yeah, he's flapping around everywhere. He needs to wear a bra when he goes
That'll
to the
happen.
beach.
As soon as you stop taking them, you're
Oh
going
yeah.
to decline.
All that muscle
anyway.
turned into fat.
Yeah.
Like you said about Barry Bonds. He looks like one of those freaking pinheads.
Like a bobblehead, yeah.
Man. Well,
It is funny looking at like Barry Bonds baseball cards, just like comparing them. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I mean, he was skinny. He was like 140 pounds.
and then he wasn't, and now he's skinny again.
he was an MVP before he took steroids, and then he took steroids and became Barry Bonds. You know, he could have made the Hall of Fame natural and would have been as Chris Carter. Chris Carter talked about it on First Things First with him and whatever Nick Wright. Nick Wright kind of had the same opinion, like, oh, why not? I mean, let him in. And Chris Carter went off about how hard that he worked and like how stupid it'd be if somebody took steroids, worked like 2 times less than he did. Chris Carter was pissed about it. I didn't get
Why
that.
do they work less? I don't understand.
Because you don't have to work as hard. If me and you both work
It's
out,
not like I take steroids and I can go take a nap.
no.
Like,
no, but
Both me and you, if we work out for an hour
it gives
and
you
I'm
an
on
edge. I agree with
and
that.
I'm on roids, I'm going to be bigger than you and stronger than
Gives you an edge.
it's
I
not
agree
just
with
an edge, though. It's like if you're on roids, you can work out today. It's Monday. You can work out Tuesday. You can
You
work
don't
out
get
Wednesday. You
sore.
can work out Thursday. A guy who's not on roids, he has to work out Monday.
Wow.
He's sore. He might have to work out Wednesday or Thursday. Then
He's
he works
pushing
out again
through
on
all
on Friday or Saturday. That's completely different. You're getting 3-4 days more a week.
I think nowadays that
Times
stuff's
a
more
year?
sustainable just because of like medical and
medical advances.
there are supplements that you're allowed to take.
And exactly, that's why it'd be stupid to make it now. Like, there's freaking... Look at me, I'm a decently sized human being, and I only drink that stuff like once a week. Like, I wouldn't get banned. I wouldn't get freaking 80-game suspension if I was in baseball.
What are you taking?
What's it called? Like that first form
It's
stuff?
probably banned.
No, it's not.
It's probably
Nothing
banned.
Fruit Loop flavored is banned.
You literally, like, they ban like little stuff like you might not be able to take like Benadryl.
My ass. Now you're just pushing it. Now you're
I'm
you're
just saying
using
that
it for your own agenda.
Absolutely not. I'm just saying there's a
Okay, you can't take aspirin.
every drug. There's a lot of drugs on that list. That's all I'm saying.
I bet you name all of them, there's a good reason for it, because most of them, like the one Cano took, mask the fact that you're taking steroids.
I don't know about that. I don't know if we
Because
can.
think about it, this had to be put on here for a reason. Somebody was probably taking roids and had this in their system, and then they admitted to doing it.
Well, I bet you could look up. Damn. I bet you could look up.
I've punched the hell out of this thing many times.
I bet you could look up what some of those drugs do and why they chose to ban some of the drugs that they did.
Also,
there has to be a reason for
They're
it.
not just banning inhalers because they don't like people with asthma, you know. They don't just ban it because, hey, that's got a long name and looks suspicious. We don't want that in the game.
This man has a high count of Claritin in his system. He's banned. So-
Claritin D. You can take regular Claritin, but not Claritin D.
Right.
Okay, so I pulled up the list of banned substances in the MLB,
Okay,
and
let's hear it.
there's I
There's
can't
a lot.
read you them
He's
all.
not going to read them all.
There's almost 200.
But there's also a lot of things that are...
All right, just look up one of those. And
They're used as, like, testosterone boosters.
Ask him, like, just look up why.
I'm not. A lot of them are, but I don't know.
Just because there's a lot... I'm sure if you look up the NBA list of banned substances, there's
I'm
probably
sure
a lot
it's
too.
similar. Yeah, I'm sure all the sports have
Because there's a
similar
lot of stuff like that boosts your performance.
Yeah.
I just think it's so funny that the only problem is in baseball.
It's because baseball, like you said, is dying.
And in basketball,
And you don't need it in basketball.
it wouldn't really help.
It ain't
with that.
helping your jumper.
Yeah, it's not helping your jumper. It's not even going to help you make layups, really. I mean,
Football, I feel
Well, it doesn't.
like
I
you get
mean,
an
in
offensive
baseball, it
lineman
doesn't
on.
help you hit. It doesn't help you field.
But it helps you if you hit a fly ball in center field, it'll go an extra 20 feet.
I'm not telling you you're wrong.
I don't know about extra
This is
20
what I'm
I'm just saying-
No, it will.
It'll go higher
If
than
I
20
had-
feet.
I'm
It'll
not.
go farther than 20 feet.
Don't argue
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
No, I'm talking about like it'll give you, it'll give you a boost hitting it.
I understand
People
what
wanted to
steroids
see
do.
those during that era, though. The shots, how far
During the
they
era,
went.
I'm not lying. I'm not sitting here saying that era wasn't the coolest thing.
The
in
other
sports.
day you were.
But I'm
you were
also-
saying that era sucked. And
It
you didn't
sucked
like that
in a
era.
freaking health aspect that we let all these people do it. That's what sucked.
we're talking about the actual sport itself, though. If we're talking about the actual sport, it was more interesting.
Oh,
Better.
hell yeah. But I'm sure if you put everybody on steroids in the NBA, it'd be pretty cool. You put everybody on steroids in the NFL,
But-
hell yeah.
but people
that
don't
would be
even-
really cool. They'd be hitting twice
Why
as
don't
hard.
they even try? Why don't they even try? It's
Because
not
it's
even
not ethically right. You can let
Okay,
them...
so all the jerk offs in the world just play baseball? Like, what are we saying? Like,
Just you can do other things besides letting steroids in the game.
Right.
I never said. Yeah, I agree.
Then shut up.
I just think it'd be interesting.
You should never take a risk for health when there's other things you could do.
All right.
You should put that last. Plain and simple.
So,
all right.
we won?
No, you didn't win. I
I feel
think
like we won. Everybody else.
I think we won because you said they should be in the Hall of
We're
Fame.
putting
You
a
did not
damn
say that
poll.
before.
Well, you know what? I
Yeah,
changed
you
my
did
mind.
not say
You did not
last
say that
time.
before.
I was thinking about it in the car. And I honestly, yeah. I think since there were so many, yes, but I think at the same time, as a historical standpoint, we should look back on the people like King Griffey, the people like Frank Thomas, the people that didn't do it in that era that were hitting 600.
Ivan Rodriguez?
Jim Toby.
Pudge?
Jim Tomei. Pudge, yeah, Pudge.
He was in that. You know, he was in the steroid
Yeah, he was in the
thing, right?
steroid thing. Yeah.
And then the
I
Astro
don't.
guy that just got in.
And oh
too.
yeah, Pudge Rodriguez,
Digio or
perfect,
whatever.
perfect example. Sorry, I'm punching the mic with my freaking tongue. Pudge Rodriguez, you can see like when he stopped taking steroids and when his numbers they fell off drastically. You know, like, and then you got that should tell you like you're on steroids that'll extend your career or make you statistically better whenever you don't have a natural falling off when you're on roids. Mark McGwire was, how old was he when he had that 70 home run season? Late 30s?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I think
Mark McGwire would have been, he might have been batted 240 and had 20 home runs that year.
I think in 2018, I think we would be able to manage it very well with medical advances.
I don't think it should be in the games.
No, hold on. Hold on.
3-1.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm saying. Look, because you look at it in every sport without steroids at all. People are playing the sport longer, and it's because of medical advances and stuff like that. So I think if it was in the hands of professionals and not just me going home injecting or popping whatever, then I think it wouldn't be, as serious as we're making it out to be.
But it's still bad
I think it
for
could
your
be
health.
very beneficial.
And not only that, I mean, it's just
People take people take PEDs to help their health.
Yes, whenever they're sick or injured.
Right.
Yes.
So
the only thing I think that the thing about steroids, like Von Miller was got caught with medical marijuana when he was going through that injury phase or whatever. Peyton Manning couldn't take a steroid whenever he had that neck problem. Stuff like that is fine. I'm fine with that. That should be allowed. Since so many people abused it, you have to completely take it out of the game. But I agree with you on this fact that should it be used for medical purposes?
I think if we put it in the hands of professionals and not
they're just going to juice out and abuse it.
You can't manage drug abuse. Can you?
No, you
can
cannot.
You put a crackhead on a healthy regimen of crack?
You cannot.
You can't do that.
No, you cannot at all. But I don't think it'd be like that anymore because we've seen what happened, and it's everything's more professional nowadays. Like I said, people are playing stuff longer. People are more healthy. LeBron James hasn't been injured his entire career.
Yeah, but also you get people
he spends millions of dollars on his body a year.
Yeah.
And I bet you if he was allowed to introduce a PED into his life, he wouldn't go off on a drug bender like PEDs. He would do it where it helped. I bet you he would.
But all you need is somebody like Ben Simmons. What if Ben Simmons is okay, I'm going to take a bunch of PEDs to catch up to LeBron. And then LeBron's okay, Ben Simmons is better than me. I'm going to take more PEDs. Kind of like what Sosa and Maguire were doing. They're oh man, he took 3 shots in his butt. I'm taking 8 in my ass.
But it was a long time ago.
He's not wearing the Celtics.
All right. I think we've yelled at each other enough. Let's do a little bit of final thoughts.
You.
Final thoughts.
You want to go first?
No, because I don't have mine out.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go first. My final thought, big congratulations to my boy Nathan Tringali on getting engaged Friday.
Oh, crap. Okay.
I know, yeah.
Congrats, brother.
I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah,
He's my best friend in the entire world.
We got personal, okay.
I know, I know. I had to throw it out there. He asked me to be his best man, probably the worst decision he ever made. And don't worry, Nathan, you'll be my best man whenever she gets ordered in the mail.
All right. So, people are asking, I say people, there's 2, if we can talk about our NHL.
Oh, we're discussing
and
this
I will again address it. I might as well try to teach you how to speak Chinese.
Which would also be a very interesting podcast.
there is you will gain nothing from us talking about the NHL.
Not a damn thing.
You will gain nothing.
Not a damn thing.
I
know more cheeses than NHL players.
Even the MLB, sometimes I feel like I'm stepping a bit out of my comfort zone.
Same.
With the NHL, I'd be completely lost. I don't know. Maybe somewhere down the line.
We'll give it a shot.
Maybe
eventually.
Maybe.
Finals?
I do think.
Finals?
Okay, 2 things.
Luke wants. You know what, Luke? You can have your own damn podcast.
Hold on. 2 things about the NHL. One, I think it's crazy that an expansion franchise is
Absolutely amazing.
almost about to make the Stanley Cup Finals. That's absurd.
That's really cool.
Shout out to Vegas Knights.
Good
and
job.
2, who's the guy that's licking people?
He's out. It's
Brad Marchand?
Yeah.
He was
out.
licking people. The league had to tell him to stop licking people.
And he kept doing it.
That's why we don't talk about the NHL. Because this man
You would know that.
is slurping
Kept
up
doing it.
people's face masks.
wish you'd lick me.
I love it. I freaking love it. Hot damn.
All right, that's it. Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Yes.